KBS 103.5 Cares for Kids Radiothon, presented by Dex Imaging.
I know we're all excited to get our weekend on, but I'm hoping you will take the 90 seconds. Yes, we can process you in less than 2 minutes. It takes all of 90 seconds for you to help save the life of a child at 1-800-270-8642, 1-800-270-8642. It's Travis and Jenny. We have a brand new incentive that we're going to kick off that I think all Miranda Lambert fans are going to love. But first, I thought we'd spend a few minutes. If Jenny and I cannot compel you to get off the fence and help us, maybe this next story will. We have the cutest little girl in the world in front of us, do we not?
She is precious. Is this Sally Claire?
This is, yes.
And you are mom, Ashley, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How old is Sally Claire?
She is 16 months.
And she was premature, right?
Just 3 weeks early.
Mm-hmm. And so why is she a patient here at All Children's?
At 6 months, we noticed she wasn't trying to sit up at all. And then at 9 months, still, no, I'm not trying at all, not rolling over. And so our pediatrician said that was a developmental milestone that she needed to reach. So they sent us to All Children's physical therapy to be evaluated. And that's when we met Miss Nikki. And she determined that she did need to come in weekly for gross motor delay.
Wow. And Nikki's with us, too. Nikki, what kinds of things do you do with a little baby like Sally Claire?
So first, we have to always work on the foundation, which is core muscles. For Sally, this started with tummy time, along with positioning in various sitting areas, working on trunk rotation and working on different weight shifts that can facilitate trunk and hip strength.
Because you think about going to physical therapy as an adult or even as an older child, but you don't really think about physical therapy for babies. So, and have you seen a difference since she's been doing physical therapy?
Yes, within, I would say, about 6 weeks, she started sitting up. And we, honestly, even then, Miss Nikki said we were hoping to walk maybe between 18 and 24 months, and she started walking this week at 16.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
awesome.
yeah. So.
That's awesome.
And here's the thing. It's because of your money that programs like this exist. It's because you right there in your car, you right there in your cubicle, you right there on the job site, you took the 90 seconds it takes to donate a little bit of money that goes an incredibly far away. It wasn't that long ago that a program like this didn't even exist. And now we're making progress like never before. And those are the type of miracles that happen at this hospital each and every day. There's my first one of the day. So
there we
far,
go.
That's one for you keeping track. Mom, can we talk a little bit about, you know something is wrong and you come to the hospital and there's obviously panic, but somehow the doctors and nurses at this place have this amazing ability to go from panic to here's what we think is going to go on, here's what we're going to do about it, here's the plan, and then there's this overwhelming calm that comes in. Can we talk a little bit about, when you first stepped in here, there's this magical thing that they do, and I'm not even really sure how they do it, but it puts moms at ease, and you just know that things are going to get better.
Yeah, it was interesting because I also work here at the hospital in the foundation, and I was honestly anticipating and scared that we were going to come and Miss Nikki was going to say she did not need physical therapy because we'd been seeing it for months. My husband, Will, and I just knew that something wasn't quite up. We weren't keeping up with the other kids in daycare. So it was calming already just to hear that her evaluation was she did need to come in and she did need that help, because our fear was that if we waited till 12 months, she'd be not trying to crawl and then not trying to walk. But once we stepped in the doors, especially with Miss Nikki, it was a blessing. We actually nominated her in November for Employee of the Month because of the way that she treats us and keeps us calm and the way she treats all of her families. And it's just been really amazing and grateful for our family to know that we have someone like All Children's and Miss Nikki here for us.
So Miss Nikki, in addition to the funds that we absolutely have to raise, so I'm hoping as you listen to this story that you're going to make the phone ring here in a second, but in addition to the money that we have to raise here, one of the things that we really like to try and do is educate parents out there as well. I have a brand new baby, and if X doesn't happen, that's when, can you talk about some of the signs that people should look for that they may not know?
Well, one of the first things we always want to do is get a baby on their tummy for tummy time during a supervised play area where the parents are watching them. That's where kids really build their strength. If the baby isn't tolerating tummy time very well, we need to start talking to the pediatrician about ways to modify it or kind of help them out. And if not, a physical therapist can come in and help with that situation. We also look for sitting at about 6 months. We look for crawling anywhere from 8 to 10 months. And we look at walking anywhere from 10 to 14 months. Those are guidelines. We look a lot as physical therapists, and I work closely with occupational and speech therapists as well. We all look for quality of movement. There's a wide range of normal, and we really just want to make sure the kids are looking at their whole movement patterns, and we're looking towards all of their quality, and then we'd make a decision as to whether they need a little assistance.
So is there any reason that some kids develop slower than others or might need physical therapy? Is there any particular reason, or is it just that all kids are different?
All kids are different. There are a multitude of reasons that can create a need for therapy. Some include really premature births. Those children are at much higher risk for atypical movement patterns, cerebral palsy, other related activities. We also look kids who have syndromes such as Turner syndrome, Down syndrome, they tend to need therapy. Some kids are born with too high of muscle tone or too low of muscle tone, and that can make it challenging to acquire motor skills, and we would help as therapists with those kiddos.
That's really awesome that they have programs like that, and thank goodness for All Children's that you can make these kinds of improvements. And now as a mom, I bet you're breathing a lot easier just seeing her meet these milestones now.
It's amazing. It really is.
And it's just a relief, I'm sure. It's okay, she's fine.
Yeah.
She's going to be great. Okay.
She's finally the kid in the class doing what everyone else is.
Yeah, good. Good,
It's
good,
okay,
good.
honey. I get bored with this show, too. They just don't let me throw things like you are. They don't let me get away with that. So, Mom, what would you say to somebody that's on the fence? They've heard us talk about the importance of giving money the last couple of days. What would you say to that person that's out there that's kind of like, should I not? What would you say to them so that we can compel to get them on the right side of the fence?
You know, there's almost anything, it's more, this is a hard question for me because I do raise money for the hospital. But they've really changed our life. We wouldn't be where we're at without this place. Sally Claire, I truly believe, wouldn't be sitting up or walking or making these advancements. And it is because of the care that Miss Nikki and All Children's provides every day. And it's been a hard couple of months, but it's just amazing knowing that she's in the right place and we have this ability in our community to send our kids here. Not every community has this, and All Children's is made a huge difference in our family, but also in our community. And I would say that no matter, if your kid just needs a vaccination or physical therapy or something more, All Children's is the place to come, and we're fortunate that we have it.
Well, thank you for your bravery coming on the radio. I mean, you would never know in a million years with all this energy,
1-800-270-8642. 1-800-270-8642. If that's not compelling enough to hear a mom emotional and to know how it's changed, and she even works here, and you can see how it's changed her. She sees children's lives changed every day, but when it happens to your child, and you never know when it's going to. You don't expect it.
We're going to try and get 30 more monthly Miracle Makers by 3 o'clock. If you do it now, we can put you in the running for a trip to see Miranda Lambert in New York City in 2015, courtesy of RCA Records. I wish I could give you more details about this trip because it's amazing, but it really kind of hasn't been announced yet. But I'm telling you, if you're a Miranda fan, you're going to want to win this thing. We'll put you in the running for a trip for two to see Miranda in New York City in 2015. 1-800-270-8642. We need 30 more Miracle Makers by 3 o'clock so we can keep our pace and raise the money that we absolutely have to raise. US 1035 family, 800-270-8642. Quick break. We'll be right back from All Children's Hospital on US 1035.